light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing, light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing, light 'em up, go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated, sucker free, we got the seats heated, let's face it, you bout to get a beat down, less talking, let's take it to the streets now, ain't gonna be no rematch, why you wanna fight, touchdown on sight, yeah, turn off the light, turn off the light, let's get it poppin', go dumb. When you see me moving, bodies dropping. Move some. I'm about to go sick, call Earl. I'm turning up like E40, not your average girl. I'm turning up. We can rock like Rocky, make you tap it. Ghost ride the whip, look at my drip. This ain't a copy. We got a night if you wanna throw hands. When they see me fight, they wanna throw bands. Go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up.
It's time for the main event. It's the Shoe Shine.
¿Qué onda, vatos locos? Damas y caballeros, it's your boy Dave in the 702 for a special Wednesday night show. The Shoe Shine and Slugged Out Sports together for one night. Tonight, Wednesday night, special edition, guys. Shout out to the big homie Vince. ¿Qué pasa, Vince?
What's up, man? What's up? Ready for this beautiful show we're gonna have?
702 Man Cave is in the building. I hope we get I hope we get our people in here, guys. If you read my post, I appreciate everybody being patient. I know we had an outstanding show last week, Vince. Thank you to your special guest last week. Zuffa boxing is it's like the hottest trending topic in boxing right now because it feels like, to a lot of people, it feels like Zuffa's taking over, and it was amazing to have.
They're doing a good job. They're doing a good job.
And it was amazing to have Floyd Diaz, formerly Floyd Cashflow Diaz, now just Floyd Diaz, who he might be the first bantamweight champion, and he was right here.
I'm hoping that'd be great. You know,
what's good, Paul Martinez? Yeah.
You know who Kevin Kelly is?
Kevin Kelly, he sounds very familiar.
He boxed Prince Hasim Ahmed back in the day.
Okay, yeah.
Well, when I went to the Ryan fight, I ran into him and we started talking. Because me and him go back. We go way back. And I was talking about my podcast. I said, man, I'd love to have you on there. And he said, yeah. Because this guy, if you don't know boxing, when you're done with him, you'll know boxing.
Oh, my goodness. That'd be an amazing guest. I wanted to say thank you to everyone stopping by. 1993 Cobra 347 in the building. Big Spooky said, it looks like Turkey farted in the thumbnail. I'm not sure. And Paul Martinez, shout out to my Bay Area brother, Paul. He says Mayweather, Pacquiao too. And see, this is what I love, Vince, when people that, they don't need to be the hardcore boxing fans that watch boxing every week like you and I probably do. But you have the interest of the sports fans, period. When you hear that Pacquiao is coming at he came out of retirement. I thought he beat Mario Barrios. Now we know. We know Ryan Garcia beat Mario Barrios. But now everybody's finding out that the big fight on Netflix is going to be Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. Número dos.
You know why we want to see Floyd get beat up? That's why.
49.
I really don't want to watch it. I could care less about Floyd.
I can't believe what phenomenal shape they're both in. Floyd's older at 49 years old. I think he celebrated his birthday yesterday. And what's exciting about this is that it'll be the first boxing event at the Sphere. And when people get very excited about the Sphere. I've never been there. Have you, Vince?
No, I just drove by it.
Everybody can see the Sphere from some point in Vegas if you're high enough, because even aliens are seeing the hey, I appreciate it. He says 1993 says that you and I, the Vince, were doing great. I appreciate that. But it's got captured the imagination again of all the hardcore boxing fans from back in the day who used to watch Mayweather and Pacquiao, and now once again they're going to do it again. The question is, the first one was kind of boring. Is the second one going to be more exciting?
I just wish Floyd would have fought him 10 years earlier.
Yeah, a rematch immediately. So, I mean, everybody's been hearing about the financial troubles that Floyd is in. They say he owes a lot of people money. He's suing people, including Showtime, for his share. He says they robbed him. There's rumors out there say Heyman didn't give him all his money either. Floyd really needs this money. I think he might need it more than Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
And the ticket, first of all, Guys, the tickets for the yesterday, the tickets went on sale for David Benavidez versus Zurdo, and it's a Ring Magazine event. We're going to hear from Vince in a minute how he got to see Ryan Garcia at the calls me at the last minute. It's like, get down here. I got seats. I want to hear that.
I know.
But the Zurdo seats are going for $1,000. There's Zurdo seats going, Vince, at the top of the nosebleeds of the T-Mobile are going from $500 to $1,000.
Oh, heck no.
For nosebleeds.
It'll drop.
Saludos to Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz. Guys, he has a great channel here. And if you guys love trivia and we really want to test your boxing knowledge, Bruce puts on great trivia shows right here on YouTube. Appreciate him here. Saludos to VARI Unclassified. Jesus loves you, bro. Hey, I appreciate that. I love Jesus too, man. I know Vince loves Jesus too.
Yep. He loves everybody. We're all brothers and sisters.
I'm excited. I can't believe to see. First of all, I'm excited just to see Manny Pacquiao. We talked about it last week. He's going to be at the Thomas and Mack Center, UNLV, soon. Like, he's going to fight Provodnikov first to stay in shape. I love it, man. That's going to be an exhibition.
The day of WrestleMania, he's going to be fighting at Thomas and Mack, and they're going to be at Legion at WrestleMania.
Oh my God, I forgot. And then there were also last week we were talking about the Virgil Ortiz drama. Legal battles. We left the show off that Virgil Ortiz and Oscar were going to court Friday in Las Vegas because Virgil wanted an answer from a judge. Hey, can I move on in negotiating with Matchroom Boxing to fight Boots Ennis? Can I negotiate legally? And the judge said, not so fast. The judge said on Friday, not so fast. I will make up my mind later.
And I got an inside scoop on that. You know, I
was
talking to somebody.
Uh-huh.
And I was asking him, hey, so do you still get along with Virgil? He said, yeah, we get along. It's the manager. The manager kissed Oscar's butt, and then got into Virgil, started putting stuff in his ear. You know, but they still get along with Virgil. A good source told me. Because I asked him, because my friend, that's his favorite fighter, you know, and they're real tight. And I asked him, and he said, yeah, that guy just kissed his ass, kiss Oscar's ass to get where he got, and got what he get. But
well,
he ain't gonna win. I don't see the bad helping that guy, because Oscar, like I said, Oscar brought us millions and millions of dollars to Las Vegas.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Oh yeah, and like you said, you were feeling that it would rule in favor of Golden Boy, and it looks like right now they just said, hold up, I'll make up my mind and make an announcement. The judge will make a formal, I guess, write a formal, whatever they call that statement. But Virgil needs Oscar. If that's still his promoter, he has no other way to get out of it. If he already goes to the court and says, look, we're ruling in favor of Oscar, then he needs Oscar to make that fight happen with Matchroom Boxing and Boots Ennis. The only thing is, bro, that date of WrestleMania, just get it out of your head. Don't even, Manny Pacquiao, boxing fans, unless you're going to do it with Manny Pacquiao at the Thomas and Mack Center, forget it, man. There's too much going on in Vegas that weekend.
Too much. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to love it. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah,
barbecue weather, hopefully. You know?
1993. Let me know. I shared it on. You can always hit the share link to, like, say if you got a Facebook community. I shared it to my Twitter community. But to be honest, the deal with live streaming is if you don't do it consistently, man, your followers don't even know you're on. So I hope they all see that we're on here. We're gonna be talking about what's going on in the state of boxing, and of course, it was a huge weekend for you. Yeah, go ahead, Vince.
I got one announcement to make. We had 2 players from the Golden Knights won the gold medal, and we had 3 on Canada's side won the silver. So the Golden Knights were doing something now.
So total of 5.
Medalists. That's awesome.
5 players from Golden Knights won the gold.
Yes.
Amazing.
And one of them is a Mexican. Like, yeah, we're coming up, baby.
What's his name?
Watch out.
He plays on the Golden Knights. We have a Mexican on the Golden Knights.
Well, there's a picture saying that the guy's Hispanic, Mexican.
I need his jersey. I need his jersey.
Wow, okay, we got one. We got one. You know, that's all that matters.
Speaking of the Golden Knights, they're playing right now in Los Angeles against the LA Kings. I was watching some live streamers that do Vegas a little bit, and they're at the game, so it's pretty exciting to see Vegas versus the LA Kings. Do I watch hockey? You know what? I've seen a couple hockey games in person. It's fun to watch in person, but on TV, I feel like it's soccer to me. You know, like I'm constantly waiting for the ball to go in the net.
I got the plug now for the Golden Knight tickets.
Ooh, Golden Knights, man.
That's
That's
how
a
like man. But I'm glad I went to the fight. 'Cause I ran into a lot of people that I'd known that I hadn't seen. Because when I got COVID, I got out of the game. Like, nah, I'm done with boxing and sports. But then one of my homeboys, his name Victor, he said, get back into it. Nah, I want to do that. And then I met you, and the rest is history. We're going all the way to the top, bro.
Yeah, I
You know that?
appreciate it, man. We had, like we said, we had Floyd Diaz. He may be the first champion for Zuffa, but let me talk to you about it because you came up Saturday at the very last minute. It all came to fruition for you. You called me and said, let's go. We got Ryan Garcia tickets. I wasn't able to go. The reason why I haven't been able to live stream too, guys, is I got family in town, and luckily for me, my father-in-law is a great poker player, and at night, come 7 o'clock, it's all about poker. So I'm done. I'm done at 7. They're playing. He's playing poker right now. But Vince, you got to go see the one of the most anticipated fights, the return of Ryan Garcia, who is now the WBC champion. What was it like being there?
Dude, there was tons of streamers there. Like I see them all on YouTube. Like, oh my gosh, and everybody came out. Like that guy Neon, when he walked in, he was like, he was the most popular person in that building. People
Really?
were crazy for him. They, oh my gosh.
It's not crazy how you could be so there. Neon is like one of the top kick streamers, right?
Yes.
And Ryan Garcia now is officially, I think he's like a kick streamer himself.
Neon got him in. Yeah,
Neon got him in. It's a big deal, right?
Like,
oh my God, that other
Oblivion.
kid. So you got all these, this would be Generation Z top streamers and boxing. I've noticed now, Vince, that for all the major fights, you're getting all these streamers from Kick.
Yeah.
To most older people in their 40s and 50s that don't pay attention to that Kick, it's like it's the best promotion, I guess, because Ryan Garcia's engagement and even your nephew, which we're going to talk about later in the show, their engagement with young fans is out of this world, bro. It's like, and they need the streamers.
Yes.
They need to beat them up. Like, it's crazy. I saw Keyshawn Davis beating one up the other day. I can't keep up.
Yeah. And streamers make good money, so they can afford paying $1,000 a ticket.
Wow.
When you make it to that level, they got that money.
Man, shout out to hardworking Philly Irish Drew Evo, co-host of the Shoe Shine. I appreciate that, putting that money right back into our account. Guys, all the proceeds we make from this channel, which so far has been very little, we split it up, guys. So that's going right back into the fund, guys. And if you guys want to help us out for anything so we can bring better equipment to you, maybe get Vince a laptop, we would appreciate that, man. Shout out to Drew. He's working hard, bro. It's snowing like crazy out there. He's had like 4 weeks of snow in the East Coast.
I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it.
Oh, a lot of overtime. So you saw all the streamers, all the young celebrities. What was the environment leading up to the main event? I know that I was telling you
it wasn't packed. At first, it wasn't packed. Like when Antoine Russell fought, they little bit started coming in.
Interesting, dog.
Yeah,
So
I was like, man, they just sell out. But then when Ryan and them were getting ready to come, man, I look around like, holy crap, it's filled up. I kind of remember being in LA. They show up when they show up,
8 o'clock. So people probably started streaming in around 8 p.m.
or 7:40.
You know what? That reminds me. I got to talk about this because for a long time, it used to bother me when I'd go to boxing events and it would be empty because I would spend a lot of money or I'd come to Vegas and I'd get a room and I'd take plane. And I'm like, why would you go to the fight and just show up for the main event? But that's kind of old school. That's old school Vegas where like you get people get in their suits, their nice outfits. The women do their dresses and hair and they just want to be seen for the main event.
That's crazy. That's been the good life.
You remember one time, the first year that they had F1, I had tickets to see, I think I saw Zurdo Ramirez at Cosmopolitan, but it was it was like F1 the first year.
Yeah.
I ended up getting so late. I'd never been so late to a fight that it was already the second round, and all I got to see was Zurdo versus Joe Smith Jr. That's all I got to see was the main event. I was stuck in F1 traffic for like 2 hours, bro. It was crazy.
That traffic is crazy.
Well, anyways, I'm glad. So you got the environment was crazy. People rushed in at the last minute, you say.
Yeah.
But what'd you think of the only title? So there were supposed to be 3 title fights. And I'm going to say this. I'm still very much upset about Richardson Hitchens missing or pulling out of the fight. Yeah.
I heard that when he weighed in, he looked okay. From what I heard from somebody high up in the rankings, said he looked okay. And you know what I told him? I said he's afraid of a Mexican. Straight out. I'm sorry to say that. I said he's scared of a Mexican.
That's wild, man. So he's the
But
IBF champion, right?
yeah, but then I asked somebody, I asked a professional boxer. I said, hey, so when can you call off the fight? He said, as long as you go to a doctor, get a note, you call it off before the fight even starts. I think, wow, what about the money? Oh well, what about the money?
Yeah. What about the money for? I mean, Oscar. By the way, if you watch the fight, Oscar looked like he was in a horrible mood, and I kept thinking, bro, that's money that not only did his fighter lose, but he lost out on that money too. That was his fighter that was supposed to get it. So Duarte got in fantastic shape for the camp. He got his world title opportunity, and then immediately the worst news that I've ever heard in this week of boxing is the fact that they're not going to give him the match. They took the opportunity from him. So the IBF, which is he has the IBF 140-pound title, does Hitchens. They've ordered him now to fight Lindolfo Delgado.
Well, what's up with that?
Which is also he's also a fighter with Golden Boy, right?
Yeah.
Or Top Rank. No, he's with Top Rank.
Oh,
He's with Top Rank. So
that's crazy.
So Duarte's not going to get a crack at him, even though he got ready for the fight, prepared for it, showed up, and now they're telling him, no, now you got to fight Delgado. Which, hey, Delgado's undefeated, or I think he is. He's deserving, I guess, of an opportunity. But why all of a sudden do you take it away from Oscar Duarte, who's been on a crazy win streak and even got ready? Like, I feel like he's owed money. It's just not fair. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz says he was in the hospital and the doctor advised him not to fight. What if he got killed? Boxing would be in the shit. So let's be fair to Richardson Hitchens. The IBF, Vince, is the only one of the sanctioning bodies that requires you to not gain more than 10 pounds. So WBC, WBO, WBA, the next day after you weigh in, you could weigh whatever the hell you want. You could blow up 20 pounds. Yeah. Okay. But not the IBF. So
and you know what? It depends also on you, the fighter. You could put in the contract where you can only weigh 5 extra pounds heavier, and if you weigh 6 pounds, the fight's off. You know,
he must have been blowing. He must have blown through that 10 pounds really quickly, rehydrating, and got very sick. Like he went to the hospital. Whatever, the doctors advised him not to fight. Yeah. Maybe he couldn't rehydrate. Why is rehydration very important? Vince, I've been told, and your son has competed. Your nephews are all the Vargas brothers, dynasty. But they say that if you don't rehydrate all the way, like drink all the water you need to, your brain doesn't get. Yeah.
A lot of people like.
And so because of that, you could easily sustain concussion or head trauma if there's not enough water in your brain.
That's why I tell them, you guys, every amateur boxer, pro boxer, MMA, you guys are crazy because you're getting hit in the head and you guys like it, but hey, more power to you.
So is it fair to you? Do you think it's fair that IBF's the only one that has that 10-pound rehydration limit? If they're not all going to do it, then why do it at all?
True. I think they all should do it.
I think the rehydration limit, I understand the rehydration, what they're trying to go for. At one point in time in the history of boxing, you didn't do the weigh-in the day before. You weighed in that same day. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they should do it. Like if you fight Saturday, you should weigh in Saturday and fight Saturday.
And that's how it was.
Like amateur boxing.
That's how it used to be in professional boxing. And now because you get a whole 24 hours to rehydrate, you get guys that their build is like 20 pounds heavy, and then you lose the 20 pounds, and then you gain it back, and you hope that you're a lot stronger and heavier than your opponent.
Rest in peace, Gotti.
But even Devin Haney, was weighing, I think, one point Devin Haney, when he fought in San Francisco against Regis Prograis, he gained about 22 pounds. Jeremiah Santos, shout out to you. Jeremiah's in the building. He says he should have got an IV. Vince, do you know if you could get an IV? I know Ryan Garcia got an. There was a lot of.
It depends. It's like football and baseball. All those weird medications, and if you don't check that list and you pop up, you're done.
A lot of fighters have done that IV on the down low. I guess it depends if they catch you, but that is the fastest way to rehydrate. Make sure you rehydrate properly. So the IBF, is Hitchens going to stay at 140 if he had this much trouble? And also Janibek, middleweight champion Janibek, did the exact same. Something happened to him recently. because I was meant to go to that fight, Vince, where he weighed in and then he got hospitalized before the fight. Do you think he should be awarded to keep that belt, the IPF title at 140 pounds? Is it fair? Strip his ass? Strip his ass?
If your son was going to fight him and that happened to your son, what would you be doing?
Man, I'd be pissed if I'm Duarte's wife, family, son, everybody who was hoping that Duarte would get his opportunity for a world title.
Man,
I would.
Tell my son, I'm raising hell, and they'll say, if you don't strip him, we're never, ever, ever, ever going to fight for you.
Hey, thank you, Bruce. Bruce says that the story of Michael Spinks and Eddie Mustafa Muhammad is the story of why there is no more same-day weigh-in. So I have to go back and revisit my boxing history. That's what I love about Bruce. I got to go back with what spawned the end of the same-day weigh-in.
Read the comment underneath the Drew put. The next one, I think it's 119. Or what he put. Look what he said. Read it. Read out loud.
Shout out to Bang Boogie Boxing. He says, it's in place to prevent weight bullying like David Haney does. Well, yeah, I was just saying, is that the one?
No, the one, remember the one Drew gave you a super chat, a super sticker? The one right underneath it.
Oh, he said, Vince is like a celebrity at the fights. You'll see when you go with him. Yeah, no, I screwed up this one. It's going to have to be hopefully in March, man. I'm all good. I just had eye surgery, guys. This is why I'm wearing my sunglasses. I'm still healing. It didn't go like the first one, by the way, man. My eye is not looking good 2 weeks later, but I appreciate everybody that's in here. What do you guys think? Is Richardson Hitchens, is it fair that he's going to be fighting not only, they want him to fight Delgado now. They have 30 days to negotiate. That means Duarte got kicked to the curb.
That's messed up, man.
But Vince, I don't know if you got any intel on this, but there's a lot of people saying that Hitchens is, because of what happened to him with this health scare, that he's just going to move up to welterweight, where there's a lot of big names, that he's the former world champion at 140. Yeah. You can move to 147.
A lot of them weigh like 160 and they got to cut down to 140. You know, a lot of them. And it's hard when they cut weight. It's miserable.
That's 20 pounds of muscle and water. That's a lot of weight. That's hard. A lot of weight. Not to mention.
That's why my nephew, like, he's fighting this Saturday. He'll go to church Sunday. Monday, he'll be back in the gym. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You take rest your body. But he always says you got to always be ready. You got to be ready for that phone call. And he said it on here. You got to be ready for the phone call. You know?
Yeah, shout out to your nephew Emiliano Vargas, 16-0, 13 KOs. He is a contender now. They ranked him at 140. Yeah. He's a legitimate contender. And the 140-pound division is so loaded with talent and contenders, prospects. Emmy's no longer a prospect. He won the award, Prospect of the Year. Yes. Now he's ranked. Now you could actually probably say he's a contender. It's a deep division. And I meant to text you this, and I didn't get to say it, but being that Richardson Hitchens, that he might vacate that title, that's like probably a great path for Emmy to go to try to chase that title. I know Bob Arum likes to work with WBO, but like that might be a very interesting path for him at a title at 140 if that belt gets vacated.
He does like the WBC belt. He doesn't like the green belt.
Yeah, who doesn't want which Chicano Mexican doesn't want the WBC belt? Even though I know there's a lot of hate on them right now with the WBC, it's always historically, prestigiously been the Chicano Mexican belt, right? But a belt, a title is a title, including the Zuffa boxing. It was in our thumbnail. Yeah. And speaking of that, they just signed another person, Sugar Shane Mosley's son. Yeah. That was a very interesting sign. He just fought Jesus Ramos Jr. of Arizona, and because Jesus beat him, he got some type of interim title at middleweight. But they just signed Sugar Shane Mosley Jr., local Las Vegas. He lives in Vegas, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then they signed Andy heavyweight. Andy
oh my God, Andy Ruiz. Is that official?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Hey, Bang Boogie Boxing wants to know, this is a great question because I think Tito Mercado, he's been at a lot of these fights, didn't he? I think he showed up to this one in Vegas, and Tito Mercado of Southern California wants everybody's attention. I've seen him fight on a Matchroom card. He has heavy, heavy hands. He can punch. He's undefeated. But he's been using that social media to get your nephew's attention, to get Emiliano Vargas' attention. Vince, I mean, that is how you get a big fight going now. It's how you get young people's attention to be like, okay, they got a beef. Are they going to fight? Sure. What's your thoughts on that, man? Have you watched a little bit of this guy, Tito Mercado?
I don't pay attention. If he got,
Is he
hey,
clout chasing? Is he
if he ain't
clout
got a
chasing
strap,
Emmy?
does he have a strap?
Nah, he
Does
ain't
he
got
have
a
a belt?
strap. He
Well,
ain't
he
got a
ain't got a
strap.
shot. He got a better shot of fighting Dean the Great. He ain't
He
got
got a better shot of Dean the Great's been getting beat up by everybody, bro. I just seen Dean the Great
Boy.
he was sparring with a bunch of random people on the streets, and these dudes were handling him. Oh man. So let me give you my thoughts on on this bang booty boxing. Bang boogie boxing. Tito Mercado looks really talented, but at the same time, they're not with the same promoter. So it's like, I know the business of the sport is going to get in the way of the politics.
Yeah.
You, Emiliano's kind of on a path, like within 3 fights. He's on his path, right, to get a world title opportunity.
Yes.
And
Gold.
unless one of the belts he's looking for, that title is there, it says, hey, Mercado versus Emmy, you guys have to fight for that vacant belt or that title. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen on his path for a world title, but it'd be a fantastic fight. You never know, but Mercado could end up getting a title, his own path with Matchroom Boxing, and then they would have a fight, a unification. They could both be world champions, or one of them could fade. One of them could, get exposed, like they say. Oh, who knows? Anything could happen. It is a good fight. It's a great fight, but business first.
And if that were a fight to happen, Emmy's going to be the A-side fighter, and Homeboy might say, no, I want more money.
It's difficult. It's difficult to make these fights. Right now, Emmy's got to worry about the guy in front of him because Vince, know it, and I know it.
They'll fight.
On social media, a lot of people have been kind of critical of the way Top Rank builds fighters. They think, if they fight tomato cans. This is no tomato can at all. No. This could be one of Argentina.
This tomato can got hands.
Let's talk about.
This ain't no bum, no tamale maker. This guy is coming to bring it. He's
absolutely.
Lunch, but he ain't taking nothing.
Yeah, let me talk about who he is. Agustin Ezequiel Quintana, 22-2, 1 draw, has a massive upset victory over top national amateur champion Mark Castro. Mark Castro, dude, Matchroom Boxing paid Mark Castro handsomely when he to take him out of amateur to be pro. They thought Mark Castro is going to be a world title guy. And here comes the hard-hitting Argentinian fighter. There's been a lot of hard-hitting Argentinian fighters over the years at 140 pounds. One of my favorite was Lucas Matisi of Argentina. This guy, he comes to spoil your party. He's coming to win. He's coming for another upset. He just beat Walter Cordova in Buenos Aires, but I think the biggest win he had is over highly, ranked amateur Mark Castro. It's a good test, man. It's going to be a good test. Vince,
good war.
Let's look. I have the odds, bro. Let's talk about how the odds makers at DraftKings have it, man. They have your nephew Emiliano Vargas as a big favorite, man. They don't think this guy stands a chance. And sometimes I don't like it when they do that because then people go on these rants where like, oh, it's a tomato can. He's not a tomato can, guys. He already beat an undefeated fighter. His losses come very early in his young career, so he's not the same guy. Like the main event. Do you know the main event guy? Nunez? Nunez lost a fight. Nunez in the main event, he's a world champion at 130. He lost a belt. I'm sorry, he lost a fight early in his career. That's the only loss he has on his record. Then he went on to 17 wins straight with 17 knockouts.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Agustin Quintana is a plus 650 underdog. Emmy is a negative 1,200. This should be a good fight. Look, if Emmy knocks him out, stops him, more praise to him. But if he goes the distance and it's a tough fight where he comes out still winning, but learn something from it, so he's going to take that to his next fight and even have more confidence.
I like him to get the fight still early because, like you said, we don't get paid for overtime. He always says that, but getting that experience is also good too. Getting the ring work,
Either type of victory is going to be a good victory for Emiliano Vargas.
As long as they both come out healthy, that's all that matters. I don't want to see nobody get hurt.
Indeed.
Yeah. But I'm
And
excited.
let's, talking about that Nunez of Sinaloa, Los Mochis, man. Very interesting guy, Vince. He ended up walking into the gym, kind of one of these kids that was bullied because he was so short. He was he was a small fighter when he got into the sport of boxing. He walked into Fernando Montiel. Fernando Montiel is a fighter from Mexico, Sinaloa, Los Mochis, that I seen fight in Las Vegas twice. Like many, like early 2000s, bro. Like I went to see Nonito, the Flash Donaire, who now lives in Vegas. Bro, I was saying hello to Floyd Mayweather's dad. It was the first round, and then I ran downstairs because I realized the fight started, the main event started, and then the Filipino Flash knocked out Fernando Montiel of Mexico, and it lasted like 2 rounds. I think it was
That's funny.
it was an early night, but that's who trained and raised Nunez to be the fighter he is. Fernando Montiel. Oh man, those were the days. You remember Arce?
Yes, Jorge Arce.
Oh my God, when he would come into in Vegas on a horse.
Yep. I remember one time I went to a Pacquiao fight, and a lot of the Filipinos don't really know about boxing. They just know about Manny Pacquiao. So one of the guys, he had all his Manny Pacquiao gear on. He came up to me and said, "Who are you going for?" I said, "I'm going for Jorge Arce." He goes, "Who's that?" I said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yep. So Nunez has a loss. Navarrete, we already know Navarrete moved up to 135. They let him keep his title at 130 while he experimented to see if he could fight that big. He was like 4 or 5 divisions up from where he started his boxing career. He lost, but they let him keep his belt, so now he's defending it at 130. But I wanted to ask you, Vince, because Ryan Garcia took 10 years to become a world champion. From being professional, turning professional at 16 or 17, it's taken him 10 years. But there's a lot of fighters, in combat sports, people think that if you get a loss or 2 losses, like Ryan Garcia, 2 losses, that you're never going to be a world champion. But it's not the same path for every fighter, and yet he ultimately achieved greatness by becoming the WBC welterweight champ.
But to me, if you lose to somebody good, those are good losses, And he has 2 good losses because Rollies beat him up and then Tank beat him up. Those are good losses. A lot of people don't like Rollies, but it is what it is. You're not here to be liked. Rollies here to do a job, and he did his job.
Yeah, Rolly himself, big loss to, of course, the same opponent in Tank Davis. But look at him. He's multiple division world champion now. Ryan Garcia finally gets a taste of being a champion. And I wish I got the picture, man. Did you see what obviously, I'm sure he partied hard after but I saw the picture of him celebrating at In-N-Out.
Yeah, because, boxers can't eat. Now he can eat whatever he wants.
Finally get that In-N-Out.
Yeah, what's funny is, Rollies said, "How come he didn't mention me? Run it back with Rollies, but he don't want on the Rollies. I don't care what people say. He might look good, but when he fights Rollies, he ain't gonna look like that. Rollies gonna because Rollies destroyed him in sparring it. And like I said, I think it's still in his head. He didn't even mention Rollies. Like, who the hell is Rollies? Usually he always says Javante. Why did he say Rollies?
Well, you bring up the best. You bring up the perfect segue, and that's okay. Ryan Garcia is now a WBC welterweight champion. He joins Devin Haney as a champion at welterweight. He joins Rolly Romero, 2 guys he's also fought. And naturally, the first thing out of anybody wants to know is who's Ryan Garcia going to fight next. Shakur was there.
Yeah,
I heard Ryan's mom say. Even Ryan Garcia's mom said no rehydration clause, no catch weight. She would like to see her son fight Shakur under a weight class. I guess welterweight, right? I'm for the weight.
Yeah.
Shakur can handle himself, man. Shakur doesn't need to melt down or play catch weight. But Ryan is saying that he wants to fight Shakur at 140, and that doesn't make sense to me because he struggled so much to make. He made 143 against Duarte. I guess the fight was at 140 or. He didn't make weight for the Duarte fight, and Duarte said, "Okay, fine, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to fight you. You're the big star." Yeah, he wants the money, so he accepted that. And a previous time, he also couldn't make 140. So why even bother, bro? If Shakur wants to fight you at welterweight, for me, I'll do it, man. Do it at welterweight. But what about the other 2 guys? What about Devin? That's a rematch everybody wants to see too.
I would love to see Devin and Ryan.
For 2 belts.
I don't know, for even no belts. I just want to see that beat down again. You know, I want to see it. I love fights like that.
And what about Rolly? He's got a belt too. He beat Ryan.
Yeah, but they don't say that. You know, he's the one that they don't talk about because that boy got power. That boy got strength, and you know, maybe I would like to see him fight Devin, but that'd be a boring fight.
You
The
think he's
horse will
avoiding
chase
him?
him all over the place.
In fact,
You know?
speaking of, shout out to everybody joining us. This is the Shoe Shine and Slugged Out Sports. Vince here. We're both in Las Vegas. Somebody put together this, the difference. This is a really good video. I can't make it big, guys, but this is the difference between first fight.
Ryan Garcia, that last fight against them.
That was a shock. That was a huge shock right there. I got to watch that again. But Rolando Romero.
That last fight against
I
them.
love it.
It's kind of ironic because this is exactly what happened to Mario Barrios in his fight against Ryan Garcia. He came in cold. It looked unfocused. Mario looked unfocused, man. He looked scared coming into round one.
Hey, but he had a beautiful ring walk.
Yeah, the Aztec thing, like Polymonage says, quit with the Aztec thing, man. You're not representing the Aztec thing. Good.
Oh my God! A double hook, short hook, caught Ryan right on the chin.
So that was the fight against Rolando Romero, and let's see how.
I love it.
And now you see the Mario Barrios. Man, he picked Mario apart in round one.
Man.
Well, that right hand landed right on near his eardrum, and then that one on the top of the head.
Yep.
And
Balance.
to be honest, it's kind of like what happened in Ryan's fight with Rolando Romero, where after he got knocked down, it just felt like Ryan didn't want to compete anymore. Like he was just there to survive. Mario looked like he's a really nice guy, Vince. I've met him in person, man. He's a really nice guy. But if you told me that Mario announced his retirement, he's been in the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis, Keith Thurman, amazing welterweight champion. I mean, look at the guys he's been in there. He's been in at least 3 or 4 pay-per-views, including the legendary Manny Pacquiao. If you told me that you wanted to retire and walk away from it all and just be a family man, I wouldn't even be surprised, and I'd say good for you, man. You did some pretty incredible things. He won a title at 140, and he won a title at welterweight. If your heart's not in it anymore, but it's hard to walk away. Even look at Manny Pacquiao, 47. If you think you still got 1 or 2 good fights in you, and the money's going to be there for Mario. Somebody's going to say, hey, help. I mean, even if Emmy eventually moves up to welterweight, if Mario's still sticking around, you want to get in the ring with the young guy? We'll pay you.
I heard them talk about him and Pitbull. I heard that talk around.
Mario Barrios?
No, Emmy.
Oh,
I heard Pitbull.
yeah, but were they in camp? Emmy and Pitbull were in camp in Mexico?
He went over there to train at that gym.
Yeah, that's a great.
Anybody that has a jab will beat Pitbull.
Mario posted this on his Instagram. The highs are high in boxing, and the lows are lows there with his baby girl's baby daughter. So he's okay, man. He's doing all right. He's a competitor.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he'll be back. He didn't announce no retirement. So, but for Ryan Garcia, who do you want to see him fight next?
I want to see him fight Devin.
I want to see that rematch too.
Devin, in Las Vegas.
So
T-Mobile.
Let me see here. Sorry about the. By the way, guess where I went to go eat, man? I went to eat at we had a great dinner at Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, you got one by you, huh?
I got one on St. Rose in Henderson, bro. Oh my God, it was so good, bro.
Man, don't the steaks so good when they're raw? Just break the window.
Oh, the steak was so good. And so the thing is, I went there and I've never had the mac and cheese. And she goes, "Do you want jalapenos in your mac and cheese, like jalapeno mac and cheese?" They grilled a big old jalapeno like this big, and then they sliced it, and they sliced the jalapeno and had like grill marks on it. Oh man, that was bomb, bro. Ask for that again.
That's why I told my wife this weekend for the Emmy fight, let's have bacon wrapped hot dogs.
So Shakur said this, Vince. We're going to meet in the middle, Stevenson said, suggesting a catch weight on the DAZN broadcast. 2 big stars, 1 big fight. We don't need a belt for the fight. He wants a catch weight. Why does he want a catch weight?
I don't know.
It's strange to me, man. Like, I know when he'll probably go up to welterweight, but this catch weight.
Badass. You know, he's badass.
Why make a catch weight, bro? You probably do this at welterweight. But anyhow, not only that, he's very serious that he says, if I fight Ryan, I want VADA testing the entire time. Like, the minute we sign the fight, he wants VADA testing. So I don't know how likely that is to happen next. Ryan wants it.
Yeah.
He wants it.
I don't think Ryan cheated against Devin Haney. I just don't think so.
You don't think so, huh?
I think Bill got money. Bill got money.
So speaking of PEDs and cheating, Zuffa Boxing's biggest, we didn't even cover this, man, but they made their biggest signing. I thought Jayo Pataya was a huge signing. Of course, we said Sugar Shane Mosley. Now heavyweight Ruiz, Andy Ruiz too. Wow, that's a big signing. Conor Benn. Now, I've been seeing 2 things. I've been seeing Conor Benn $10 million for 1 fight. I'm seeing Conor Benn $15 million.
Yeah, I've seen that. Wow.
For 1 fight.
Wow. I was going to say too.
When I say cheating.
My match room. Sorry. It was good while it lasted.
So, I bring up the cheating thing, because Conor Benn was suspended by the British Board of Boxing Control. That's who runs British. They wanted to give him a 1.5 year suspension. It was close to 2 years. He came here and fought at the Cosmopolitan while being suspended because he could not fight in Europe. So the Zuffa belt, Dana White, they want to have the British Board of Control be the people that oversee the belt, the Zuffa belt. Whoa. So they're really hard. They're really that British Board of Control. They're very, how do I say this? They're very much into drug testing, and they're very severe with their penalties. They said Conor Benn with the Osterine, Conor Benn was busted for enclomiphene nitrate, which is a testosterone boosting drug. They wanted to suspend him for 2 years, and Zuffa, they're giving him $10 to $15 million to see if he can win the first Zuffa welterweight title. Yeah. And then they want to see, hey, do you want to stick around Zuffa? They're offering him a lot of money for 1 fight. Is that too much money?
Yes, for him, yeah. But if he wins, he'll Eddie Hearn. I wonder if Eddie Hearn wants him back. I don't think so. Who's going to take him?
Let's say he wins this title, though, for the vacant. They're going to create this belt. They give him the welterweight title, the Zuffa welterweight title. Now Ryan Garcia a free agent? Because now they could really throw money at Ryan Garcia. They could say, hey, you want to come over here and fight Conor Benn for that Zuffa belt? $20 million? How's $20 million? I don't know. It's crazy. It's a lot to keep up, man. The whole Zuffa thing. Now let's look at their list. Let me just show you this huge list. This is crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't know they had that many fighters.
This whole list right here. Look at that. That whole list is. I can't even. But Floyd Diaz is on there. He said he was one of the first to get signed. There's Floyd Diaz up there, really small print. But the list is growing more and more.
Yes. They ain't playing over there.
So this is great news, Vince, that I overheard over the weekend. Let me play a little clip of and shout out to Chris Algieri, former Top Rank fighter, now over at with Paulie. They're over there at Pro Box. Check out this clip because this has to do with Top Rank not having a television deal. This directly affects your nephew Emiliano Vargas and every fighter for Top Rank.
You got to cross your T's and dot your I's now. We always say that. We always use that saying, rising tide raises all ships. Well, competition breeds everyone really stepping up their game. So now all these promoters, for example, you mentioned that deal with Top Rank and ESPN, Oscar De La Hoya and the DAZN deal. That lapse created a vacuum for Virgil to fight his contract head on. So promoters need to be really on top of their stuff because there is a looming menace that's coming into town, and they're making big moves and making big waves. And Champ, to your point, hey, it's great for boxing right now. We're getting all these great fights, but the old guard should be shaking in their boots and really paying attention and going to bat. Yeah, we got some good news, though. Matchroom signing off a new 5-year deal with DAZN. Yep, great move.
And ESPN talking to
ESPN coming.
So there it is. I'm sorry for making you guys hear that whole 46-second clip. ESPN, bro. ESPN is back in communication with Bob Arum about putting them on ESPN, Top Rank, back on ESPN.
Man. Because, you know, on ESPN, we got some dumb shows they put on there when they could be putting boxing, you know? We got that, what is it, slip and slide, you climb up the stairs, and they put soap and you fall down, or darts, or that little basketball, they got Chuck E. Cheese. You know, we don't even see that.
But even then, what bothered me,
on, man.
Yeah, put it on every Friday, just like Zuffa's doing the Sunday shows. Just put boxing back on every Friday. Have them be Top Rank cards. Friday Night Fights to return. You know, all of these great talents from ESPN, the on-air talents, they had to move other places. Timothy Bradley's with ProBox, and then you got people like Max Kellerman who used to be great on other platforms. You know, they've siphoned off the talent, and now they may have to come back. Hey, come back.
Maybe on the contract they can't come back, and maybe they could bring back Larry Merch, you know, or what's the name? George Foreman. He was good. I love George Foreman.
Somebody posted on social media, and it got a lot of likes, bro, on Twitter. If ESPN is interested in Top Rank, why don't the 3 promoters, Golden Boy, who doesn't have a long-term television deal, why don't they all just combine their best efforts and say, look, we're going to work together to battle Zuffa? Can we all get a television deal on ESPN? Can all 3 of us come on board to ESPN? I know the money. I know it's a lot of money. They have to pay TV budgets for putting on the fights and whatnot, and has to be lucrative. But it feels like the only way those 3 boxing promoters, Top Rank, PBC, and Golden Boy, it feels like it's a good idea for them to really start working together, you know, almost like a collaboration. Awesome. There is some collaboration now. I mean, the fight's coming up. You know, it's a Matchroom Boxing with ESPN, with Top Rank this weekend. Emmy's basically fighting on, where is that fight going to be televised on DAZN?
Yeah, DAZN. And he said he's gonna stream it on his Kick, that app Kick.
Yeah.
He's gonna go live on his Kick. So if you guys want to watch it on Kick, it'll be on Kick. If you ain't got DAZN, go to Kick. And if you ain't got Kick or DAZN, I'm going live on 702 Man Cave, and I'm gonna stream his fight.
So you're saying they're actually Emiliano's gonna do ringside, and maybe someone will be holding his phone?
Yeah,
that'd be pretty. I mean, that's pretty amazing, a ringside view. If that is,
I don't know if they're gonna be ringside or maybe like 10 rows, 5 rows, but all I know is he said they're gonna stream his fight on Kick.
That's amazing.
I went to go see him 2 days ago.
That's amazing.
I gotta go see him, and I shot a video, but I forgot to ask him if I could put it up on my YouTube. But
definitely.
I want to ask Briscoe. I don't want to be dirty, you know. But
no. You always got to ask in advance, man.
I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you can see this. But that's what him and his dad.
Yeah, I got some clips of them training. Let me see.
And I told him, I said, you look like Bruce Lee, man, because he was like standing out, looking behind him. His sweats are like kind of big, like karate pants, and he's all cut up.
Sorry about that. Yeah, is Emmy working the water bag, right?
Yeah.
The teardrop. Let's play that. It was blaring music.
I gotta get you over there. Well, I gotta get you over there, man.
Oh my God, bro. So this is something I want to see Saturday, guys. Obviously, if Emmy implements this body punching, you know, look, they're working for these body punches. They're nasty, bro. They're nasty, both sides.
The body don't move nowhere.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I really like that. He's digging an uppercut to the solar plexus.
Yes.
I won't be surprised if that's the punch, man. That's obviously something they're working for, to see if they can land with both hands.
That liver shot. You never know if I hit that liver shot. You never know. Yeah,
that liver shot right there, and the other one to the solar plexus. Boom. You're completely no oxygen. So the Zuffa thing just is getting wilder and wilder. They have a fight coming up. Last Wednesday, we had the mother of one of the fighters show up in our chat.
Awesome.
So hopefully we can get her son. I wanted to talk about the main event, Vince, and look at these odds, man. This is a great fight of Mexico. They're calling this the fight for the next, the new king of Mexico. 2 champions, one from Sinaloa. who just barely won his title recently, and right away he's like, dude, I want, of course. He looked up to Navarrete. I saw these interviews. He wants to fight Navarrete so bad. Sugar Nunez is a big puncher, Vince. And Navarrete, like, he's so unconventional, man. He's like this guy who throws these, like, he throws shots from, like, all different angles, and he's just unconventional, bro. He has these really long arms, and then when he lands that uppercut from a long range, it's wild. Let me look at the odds, man. This is going to be a great fight. Some people are calling this could be a fight of the year type contender.
Hey, all he has to do is fight like the Klitschko's. Just jab, 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 and bam, jab, jab, bam, you know?
I mean, they got me excited like this might be, like this could be a Barreras versus Morales type fight. Two great Mexican warriors, both of them champions at 130 pounds. And also Oshaki Foster is going to be sitting ringside, who holds one of the other titles at 130 pounds. Let's just look at these odds. Yo, I didn't know Abel Ramos is fighting Saturday, February 28th. On whose card is he on? He's fighting.
Also fight in New York.
Yeah, here's the main event. Two main events. Eduardo Nunez on DraftKings is the favorite. -200. Is this right? Against Emmanuel Navarrete, underdog plus 155. Why, he's the much younger and fresher fighter, man. Emmanuel Navarrete, has been in so many wars at this point.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I'm finding it shocking. That is shocking.
And these guys know what they're doing. These guys that do the numbers.
Man, I was thinking Eduardo Nunez, they both have a common opponent in this Puerto Rican guy, Pitufia Diaz. And Pitufia Diaz did incredible against both of them. Like, it was one of the toughest fights Navarrete ever had was Pitufia Diaz of Puerto Rico. And Eduardo Nunez just fought him and also was a very hard fight, man. It's like a 50-50 fight to me. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm going to go with the younger fighter, Eduardo Nunez, but big fan of Emmanuel Navarrete, man. He gets it done. What do you think?
I'm taking the champ.
They're both champions.
What's the name? The taller one. What's the name?
Navarrete?
Yeah,
the cowboy? Yeah, he's going to wear his...
Amy from Arizona, too?
Man, it's going to be a great fight. All right, well, we're split on this. We'll see who wins this one. I've got Emiliano winning, of course, too. There's some other... Who else is on this fight?
I never go against him. I don't care who he's fighting.
Hey, maybe Abel Ramos is... I'm mistaken, but it could be that he's on a top-ranked card. That'd be very interesting because he's spent most of his career at PBC. Abel Ramos went toe-to-toe with Mario Barrios, and they had that draw. You know, Abel Ramos, he's the uncle of Jesus Ramos Jr. Only in a Mexican family could your uncle just be a few years older than you. You know what I mean? Like the big Mexican families where dad's still having kids in his 40s. But I think that fight, bro, Abel Ramos versus Mario, I think that's the fight where Mario started to slide. I think that fight took a lot out of Mario. If you go back and watch that Abel Ramos fight, it was great, man. It was back and forth, fight of the year type punishment. They both took and gave each other a lot of punishment. And to be honest, Mario wasn't the same after that. He didn't look good against Pacquiao, and he looked pretty bad against Ryan Garcia.
Man, they got boxing is tough, man. They got a tough life because, you got to run at least 3 to 5 miles every day. And then, you got to go on your diet, and you got to train, and you got to go condition. It's hard being a boxer in MMA. It's not easy. It's a hard sport.
It's a hard life for sure.
You don't play boxing.
You don't play boxing at all.
And
so there's
like, you could be eating a steak, and you're with Emmy, and he'll be eating like a piece of salmon and lettuce. You're having a steak, baked potatoes. You're grubbing. He's eating just the basic. You're having soda. He's having black coffee. It's like these guys, man, what they put themselves through it's incredible. That's why I would never boo a fighter, because what they go through is hard, man. I couldn't do it. It's tough. You gotta go run. You gotta go run 3 miles right now. Like, man, it's cold. You still gotta go run. It's like, shoot. Then you gotta go. Or sometimes a lot of them go in the morning and hit their sprints at the track. It's like, man, I don't want to wake up and do that, but you gotta do it. And he never complains. That's one thing about that boy. He never complains. It's like, geez, that's why I told him, you got to rest your body. Nope. So I said, he'll be back in that gym Monday.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Speaking of fights this weekend, man, I gotta tell you, Vince, I feel so bad. I feel really bad because I made a promise that we were gonna come back to Las Vegas Fight Club. I'm gonna tell everyone out here, guys. There's a great main event card. Manny Pacquiao's putting together a fight this Saturday. It includes Las Vegas's Carmel Moten.
Yes.
And it includes Manny Pacquiao's son on the card, Carmel Moten. And in the main event is a fighter that really, really impressed me, man. Lorenzo Parra of Venezuela. He was there the day we were meeting with at Las Vegas Fight Club, and I talked to him for a while, and I said, I'm going to come back and interview you in Spanish. I'm going to write down all my questions. Then I had the eye surgery, and it effed me up. I didn't know I was going to have the eye surgery. We blew it because I already know that
That's all good.
They flew to New York. I hope we can go back and interview him in the gym after the fight. So it turns out, good friend of our show, you got his book, Lukey Boxing. He interviewed Elijah Pierce. This is a title fight. So you know who I'm rooting for? I'm rooting for Venezuela's Parra, who trains right here out of Las Vegas, man. Yeah. He was getting prepared for that fight when we went to go see your friends over there at Las Vegas Fight Club. But not only did Lukey interview Elijah Pierce, the gentleman on the left, but so did my friend Gail Falkenthal of New York Fights. And I was so excited. I'm like, I'm going to interview nobody's talked to Lorenzo Parra of Las Vegas from Venezuela. Bro, he's had a tough life. You talk about boxing is tough, man. You know, when you talk about the old school of like boxers that come out of poverty and that's their only way out to see a better life. You know, like Manny Pacquiao, I'm not saying Parra, but Pacquiao is the same type of guy who grew up in real poverty and he had no other choice. He had to fight for success. That's the fight we have in Parra. He has a different type of hunger. You know, the whole Venezuelan immigration thing that's happened in the past 5-10 years in the U.S., man, he's come here under different circumstances. He has a totally different type of hunger to succeed. You know, he's the underdog, plus 170. So I'm gonna definitely be watching this. Why should you guys care if you like Carmel, if you're interested in what's going on with Floyd and his proteges? Emmanuel Pacquiao Jr. and Carmel Moten opponents confirmed for February 28th. They're both on this card, Vince. The rumor is that they've both agreed to fight each other.
At the Spear.
On that card. Wow. Yeah. Wow, I didn't know which one we had.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but
this is only...
We're going to get Carmel. I'm going to get Carmel. I'm going to... Probably Monday, I'll hit him up and see if we can get him for our next show. I'm gonna see if he's willing to. I guess if he comes out good, you know, they're usually cool. Like, yeah, let's do it. If they come out beat up, they say, no, I'm cool. Let's do it later. Because he did promise me. Kind of told him I'm gonna be doing this, and he did promise me he'll come over here or we could just do it on the phone. It don't matter.
That would be fantastic. Yes, I remember running into him at the hallway at the MGM Grand about the PBC. He hasn't fought on a PBC card in a minute, but he is fighting this weekend. Like I said, he's on this card, the Parra fight, being brought to you in New York City by Manny Pacquiao, and that's huge. That's a big deal, man, to be on the undercard of Mayweather versus Pacquiao, father and son. Carmel's kind of like the protege, right? He grew up at TMT. Mayweather was very much a fatherly influence, I guess, at least as far as boxing, right?
All that, when he first started, he was at the gym with me and my son, and we weren't at TNT. When he first walked in, he was a little boy. I was like, Dad, little boy, look like Mike Tyson. You know, when my son used to box, he started off with my son, and we weren't at TMT. That's why whichever Floyd says all that, he came here, he was not at Floyd's gym. No. He was at a guy, his name was Joe Barrera, I think. He used to have centering boxing. That's where Carmel Martin first started off. And Floyd thinks, a lot of people don't know the truth. I know the truth. And his name, he told me, I said, but I said, what's your name? He said, they call me Cornbread. So now when I see him in public, I call him Cornbread. And he looks like, because, you know, not that many people know they call him Cornbread. And so I call him, you told me to call you Cornbread, I'm going to call you Cornbread. And that's why he just found, hey, what's up? That's how he knows. Like when my friends see him, say, hey, man. And he'll FaceTime me, hey. And they say, hey, Cornbread. And he said, how you know? And he'll FaceTime me and say, hey, what's up? And, you know, we talk. You know, because he's a good kid, great kid, a good football player too.
Oh, really? Carmel Moulton
Yeah.
is a negative 8,000 favorite. He's fighting with Fredo Flores this Saturday. It says scheduled for 4 p.m. So hopefully I'll get to catch all those, including Manny Pacquiao's son, his very first professional fight. He barely won that fight, Vince. That was a very
I thought
tough.
it was a draw, wasn't it?
Maybe it was.
And it was a school teacher.
Yeah, it just happened. Carmel is years ahead of him, even though he doesn't have as many professional fights. I think Carmel is years away, and so I think for Manny Pacquiao's son to take that challenge, it's kind of a big deal. It's pretty brave.
He's crazy.
It's a brave challenge. So
I'll bet all the money on Carmel knockout in that fight.
Indeed, Vince, have you do you ever know the actor Shia LaBeouf? I'm saying his name right? Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf.
What movie did come out?
Oh man, he's been in a bunch of movies. The reason why I bring him up is because we haven't talked football or anything. Obviously, shout out to the men's hockey team that won gold. But the actor Shia LaBeouf, do I got his picture? Apparently, this Hollywood actor, bro, they've been making fun of him a lot. He got arrested for Mardi Gras the other day, and they say he's not really doing too well, man. He's got problems with alcohol. Sometimes he's off his rockers. Sometimes he's kind of mentally ill. But he's being seen all over New Orleans for Mardi Gras wearing 49ers gear. And they say he looks like he doesn't shower and he smells, bro. And he's representing my team. But there's a Las Vegas streamer, Matt Ross. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He's also like wearing 49ers gear and I don't think either of them are really Niners fans. It doesn't make sense.
Maybe we bought that stuff at, was it Ross or
It's just strange to me when I didn't know you were a Niners fan, but speaking of the 49ers, man, obviously it's off season. Vince, I went to a store on Blue Diamond in Decatur where they got the Target. There's a sports shop there, man. They got some pretty cool Dallas Cowboys stuff, bro. You gotta go check out that place. They have some Dallas Cowboy jackets and jerseys I have never seen. But today I saw this. Christian McCaffrey, obviously one of the best players on the 49ers. You know, they say,
NFL.
Yeah, you say about boxers. Boxers take their craft so seriously, and obviously you were telling me about Emmy's diet regime. You know, black coffee, very strict, ridiculously strict.
No salt.
They say that this is crazy, bro. McCaffrey has told people that his house does not have internet at night. They turn off all devices.
That's smart.
He thinks, Ryan Garcia was telling, and I say this because Ryan Garcia brought it up. They asked Ryan why he was wearing wired headphones, and a lot of the guys in the NFL are no longer wearing those Bluetooth ones.
Yes.
Because they're afraid of, I guess they're afraid of the 5G signals or some type of radiation, maybe. They don't want it. Including Ryan. Ryan's like, I don't want that.
It makes sense.
So how soon before Ryan Garcia starts turning off the Wi-Fi at his house? He streams a lot.
Yeah. I left the thing. I'm back to wired headphones.
Back to wired headphones. So they got to put the at the bottom of our phone. They need to put the cord back for our wired headphones, man. A lot of people don't want that Bluetooth near their head anymore. I don't blame you, man. Who knows what's in that stuff? 49ers. The 49ers got to figure out what they're going to do with their practice facility because that's right next to the electricity.
They're going to keep it. They're going to stay in San. They're going to stay wherever they're at. They're going to keep it watching.
I appreciate it, guys. Make sure, hey, Paul, I appreciate that. There's a beanie that blocks the Wi-Fi. Really? That's crazy, man. Wonder if there's anything to it. That's pretty extreme. Turning off the Wi-Fi. Maybe just disconnect the router. See what happens. See if you sleep better.
Wait, because kids are always on their stuff.
Oh, Paul was in here. Paul. Yeah, Paul. You know what I'm talking about. Somebody gifted Matt Ross all this 49ers gear. Come on.
They got it for free.
Come on, guys. Have a little integrity, man. You just don't give out everybody on the internet your favorite jersey. Remember that? Remember, Vince? There was other people in this community that, I'll wear whatever you send me.
Yeah.
Well,
I won't wear it, but I'll put it up.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, see, if I give Vince a San Francisco Giants jersey for his birthday, I don't expect him to wear it.
Hey, today is my birthday.
Today's your
For real.
birthday?
Yeah,
Well,
my daughter's was yesterday.
Oh my God! Why don't you tell everybody? Write this down. I'm gonna write this in my cat. Happy birthday to Vince.
Thank you.
Leave him a comment, guys. Man, had I known.
55 now. 55.
And young. Guys, leave Vince a comment afterwards. We're going to post the show at Slugged Out Sports on his channel. If you haven't subscribed, let me put this
I know it's spring training. Dodgers are still undefeated right now. I know it's spring training, I know. But it's all good. We undefeated. I'm ready.
Dante, I've been eating nothing but good food. Let me make sure. How do I share this channel? I'm going to put this in the links here real quick.
I'm just ready for it's time for Dodger baseball. Excited. 12:05 tomorrow's game.
Vince, I gotta tell you, yesterday I went to the Water Street district where all the little 2 casinos are in Henderson, and I went to Juan's Flaming Fajitas on Tuesday. It's delicious.
Thank you, Paul.
And guess what they had on while I was eating yesterday? Guess what? Right,
the best team in 2020.
I had soccer on one TV, and on the big one they had the Dodgers playing. Who was that yesterday? They were beating them pretty good. Spring training. Cubs? I don't know. Interleague.
Then we got whatchamacallit coming up. The World Baseball.
Yep. Paul says happy birthday. I appreciate it, guys. Send Vince a message on his channel at Slugged Out Sports. I put it in there. Make sure you're subscribed to it. And yeah, man, preseason baseball is here.
And remember, you guys, if you ain't got the channel, I'm streaming Emmy's fight. I am going to stream it on my 702 Man Cave Instagram. I will be streaming
at 702_Man Cave on Instagram.
Yes,
if you can't, so you can see his nephew Emiliano. The best of luck to Team Vargas, Vince. I'll keep in touch with you.
Yes.
We'll be back on the air Monday for sure, guys. Monday I have no more family, no more things. We'll be back on Monday and Wednesday. If you can, I'll come over to your crib. We'll do it at the studio.
Hey, it's up to you. I'm down with 4 flat tires on a dump truck.
I'll be back to regular scheduled programming next week. Until then, guys, peace out. Peace.